At 70, I'm not a fan of big gatherings anymore. It sounds sad, but maybe you're feeling the exact same way, even if you don't dare say it. With each passing year, I find myself pulling back from reunions, parties, and even group fitness classes. It's not that I've stopped loving my friends, it's that my body and mind are sending clear signals. Just be alone. But that's only making me weaker. Nobody tells us this. As we age, isolation doesn't just hurt your spirit. It also takes a toll on your body, especially when it comes to movement. When you stop connecting, you also stop moving. And that is what is taking days off your life. In this video, I'll share why getting older can make you pull back socially, how that directly impacts your physical health, and most importantly, how to turn it all around, step by step, starting today. Don't click away, because the next 15 minutes could help you live healthier and longer, all without ever leaving your home. Let's start with the first point in today's video. Feeling self-conscious about how you walk makes you avoid crowded places. A limp after age 70 can double your risk of falling, and for seniors, 1 in 3 falls can mean losing the ability to walk again. When we were young, our steps were quick, our backs were straight, our confidence high. But after 60, many people notice their walk changing. Slower, more stooped, maybe a slight limp or feeling a little off balance. This doesn't just impact physical health, it quietly chips away at confidence, making us shy away from crowds, skip gatherings, and even duck out of group exercise classes. According to the National Institute on Aging, after age 65, 1 in 3 people struggles with their gait or balance. But instead of finding ways to improve, many choose to retreat, avoiding others' eyes. That unspoken fear that they'll see me as weak and old causes us to slowly pull away from social life, giving up yoga, the walking club, or even a morning stroll in the park. Carol Simmons, 72, from Salt Lake City, used to love her outdoor Tai Chi sessions with friends. But after a friend gently asked, "Are you walking a little more stooped these days?" she grew self-conscious, then started skipping sessions. "I didn't want people seeing me as old and weak. I was embarrassed," she shared. Only when her doctor encouraged her with strengthening exercises for her back and legs, plus physical therapy, did she regain her confidence and return to her group. This time with an easy smile and a much steadier stance. Not moving for fear of being seen, it's a vicious cycle that makes health decline while your mood slips into isolation. But the good news is your walk can absolutely improve. Just 10 minutes a day of simple exercises like steady-paced walking, standing heel raises, balancing on one leg, or light chair exercises can make a real difference in a few weeks. Start where you feel safe, at home, in the garden, or the backyard. And when you're ready, try the park, take a short loop, and build from there. Remember, people aren't watching your walk to judge you. They're watching to be inspired, because you're still walking, still trying, and still living an active life. Today, stand tall, not for anyone else to see, but so you can see for yourself that you are still strong. And your legs, though slower, can still carry you to places filled with a connection and joy. And sometimes it's not how you walk that holds you back. It's that feeling of getting winded, of tiring out after just a few steps. You think you're just tired, but every time you turn down a chance to go out, fearing you'll get breathless, you're one step closer to never going out again. After 60, losing some stamina is perfectly natural. But when your body starts tiring quickly, even with light activity, many older adults feel embarrassed. Walking with friends, joining a wellness class, or even just a post-dinner stroll, all becomes stressful if you feel like the slowest one, or always have to stop and catch your breath. The truth is, when we tire easily, it's not just a physical drain, it's an emotional one. That feeling of "I can't keep up" makes many people quietly retreat from group activities. They stop going to exercise class, avoid the park, and even dodge gatherings because they're afraid of moving too much. According to the Cleveland Clinic's Center for Geriatric Medicine, declining lung and heart function after 60 leaves many people feeling short of breath after just a few minutes of walking. But the danger is this: instead of trying to fix it, they often choose to stay home. Larry Mitchell, 70, of Spokane, Washington, used to be in a morning walking class at his community center. But after skipping a few months, he started getting winded, falling behind, and feeling ashamed of being last. I couldn't stand the sympathetic looks. I felt like I was a burden, he said. He quit the class until his daughter got him a fitness tracker and encouraged him to start at home. He began walking his yard daily, building from 5 to 20 minutes. Once he regained his stamina, he rejoined his old class, this time far more confident. Health won't improve if we stop trying. Getting winded easily is a warning sign, not a life sentence. You can absolutely rebuild your stamina with just a few steps a day. Start slow, walk indoors, practice deep breathing, do gentle knee lifts, or simply stand up and sit down a few times. They're simple but powerful ways to regain your endurance and your confidence. Don't let the fear of not keeping up make you quit. Instead, remember the truly strong are those who dare to start over, even if their first steps feel shaky. Give yourself a chance, not to prove anything to anyone, but so you can live the active, free life you truly deserve. But sometimes it isn't just breathlessness or low stamina. It's the aches and pains after trying to walk just a few hundred more yards. I once left my grandchild's birthday party, not because of anyone, but because standing for 20 minutes made my back ache to the point of tears. From age 60 on, many find that long walks or even a few stairs have become a chore. That dull ache in the knees, a twinge in the lower back, or tightness in your calves makes you wary whenever someone suggests, let's go out for a bit. And slowly, gatherings, classes, or community events become things you put off and then forget about completely. According to the National Institutes of Health, over 60% of people over 65 struggle with knee, hip, or spinal joint issues. This pain doesn't just affect how you move, it fills you with worry. What if the pain kicks in halfway? What if there's nowhere to sit? Those worries quietly push you away from social and physical activities. Raymond Clark, 74, of Fresno, California, loved his weekly wellness class. But after his lower back started acting up, he began declining. I didn't want to be a bother, having to sit down midway through, he shared. His doctor then showed him how to do core and back stretching exercises at home for 10 minutes each morning. After a few weeks, his pain eased significantly, and he could walk his neighborhood, then return to class without hesitation. The truth is, aching joints or a sore back shouldn't be a reason to hide from the world, but a reminder to start moving gently and correctly. Simple exercises like pelvic tilts, hip rotations, or walking inside can soothe pain and restore flexibility. If you've ever turned down a plan because you were afraid the walk would hurt, ask yourself, what if I prepared for it? Warmed up lightly, planned a rest stop, or brought a small folding chair. You might be surprised to find, with just a little adjustment, your body is ready to get you back out in the world. You don't have to go fast or far, you just have to keep going. Because every step, no matter how small, is a step toward connection, joy, and lasting health. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, let me know by dropping a 3 in the comments below. And if you haven't yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. Your support is what helps us create more content just like this. But even without obvious pain, another fear silently follows many older adults: the fear of falling. A fall at age 70 isn't just a loss of balance. It could be the last time you feel strong enough to leave your house alone. As we enter our later years, the body's natural flexibility and balance begin to fade. Crowded places, slick floors, or tight spaces suddenly become danger zones that put you on constant high alert. The worry isn't in your head. A small trip, one misstep, can be enough to cause a serious injury like a broken hip, a sprained knee, or worse, a permanent loss of confidence in your ability to move. According to the CDC, falls are the #1 cause of serious injuries for people over 65 in the US. What's telling is that after one fall, many people avoid going out, dread gatherings, and slowly retreat into themselves. They don't just lose their social ties, they abandon the very exercise that could prevent the next fall. Judith Reynolds, 70, from Richmond, Virginia, is a perfect example. She tripped leaving a church birthday party on a single low step. After that, she refused all invitations, stopped walking outside, and canceled her park fitness class. I couldn't stand the thought of falling in front of everybody. It's just so humiliating, she shared. But after being introduced to a balance and leg strengthening class for seniors, her confidence slowly returned. Now she carries a compact walking stick and chooses easier routes. And most importantly, she has rejoined her social life. The answer isn't to avoid life, but to be better prepared for it. You can strengthen your legs and improve your balance with simple exercises like standing on one leg, sidestepping, or doing standing heel raises. At the same time, choosing good soft-soled shoes, comfortable clothes, and carrying a light support like a folding cane can give you peace of mind. Don't let the fear of falling rob you of the joy of meeting people, moving, and sharing your life. Because when you sit still to avoid a fall, your body slowly loses its own ability to protect you. Step back out there, not with the pressure to be perfectly steady, but with a sense of preparation and control. That is the true sign of strength. And no matter how prepared you are, one thing still makes many people hesitate: the feeling of being alone. Loneliness doesn't just make you stop walking. It can make your heart rate slow, your memory fade, and your life confined to four walls. At 60, what many people don't admit is that they feel adrift. Before, you had a friend for a morning walk, a group for afternoon yoga, or just someone to say, let's get out of the house. But then people move, get busy with grandkids, or their health fails, and you find yourself alone. No one to join you, no one waiting, no one to nudge you. So you skip one day, then two. And before you know it, you've stopped moving altogether. A University of California study found that older adults with an exercise partner are twice as likely to stick with their routine as those who go it alone. It's not just about having company, but about connection, a vital psychological boost for staying motivated and positive in your later years. Samuel Turner, 73, of Eugene, Oregon, had a neighborhood walking group. But after his closest friend in the group moved away, he felt sad and lost his enthusiasm for going out. Walking alone, with nobody to talk to, just feels so empty, he said. His daughter then enrolled him in a senior fitness class at a local center. In just a few weeks, he met some new friends, and now he walks every morning, not for the exercise, but because he wants to go see my buddies and have a laugh. The solution can start small: call an old friend for a stroll, join a class at a local community center, or just say hello to someone you see walking at the same time every day. You don't need a huge group, just one partner. One good morning is enough to keep that habit alive. Remember, we don't just move for our health, we do it for that feeling of belonging. And if you've ever felt lonely on your fitness journey, just know that out there so many others are waiting for a gentle invitation. Be the one who asks, and you'll find your steps are no longer solitary. When was the last time you turned down an invitation because walking felt like too much effort, or you felt shy with everyone laughing, not feeling as quick as you once did? We tend to think that avoiding gatherings, staying in more, moving less is just listening to our bodies. But sometimes that's our body's quiet alarm bell, telling us we're slowly letting go of ourselves. When we shy away from showing up, we miss the very steps that keep our knees limber. When there's no one to move with, our muscles lose their reason to stay strong. And then, bit by bit, we lose a piece of the vibrant later life we deserve. But you know what? If you just try again, a short walk with a neighbor, an afternoon tea with old friends, or simply going to the park to watch people exercise, that connection, however small, can reignite a body that once loved to move and a heart that once loved to share. If this video made you think about yourself, about the times you declined an invitation just because you felt not the same as before, then please try to give yourself another chance. And if you know someone who's slowly pulling away, maybe share this video with them. Because sometimes just a simple kind nudge is enough to help someone step out of that quiet room. Thank you for listening. I hope you keep stepping outside, not just to move your body, but to remind yourself that you are still living among family, in the morning sun, and in conversations that are far from over.